Hello everyone, welcome to Darkwood Tarot. You are joining me on a sunny, cloudy, mixed weather, late summer's day in Brussels. Welcome to new subscribers, welcome back to those who already know me. So indeed, I have picked up Seasons of the Witch, the Mabon Oracle, which is by Lorianne Anderson and Juliet Diaz, illustrated by Tiana Lukovic. This is a Rockpool production and it's part of the Seasons of the Witch series that we have. And of course, before I forget, this is of course, I think the fourth one that's come out. We already have the Samhain one, which I absolutely love. That's my favorite. And then we've also already had them do the Beltan, and they've also done an in-bulk one that's coming through, and this is the Mabon one. So yeah, it's an interesting, then there's still Lammas and Letha left, but I'm sure they're going to come out next year at some point. So I picked this up for about 11 euros on Amazon Netherlands. So anybody in Europe still wants to get a copy and you can order from Amazon Netherlands, it's actually at a very good price. So very happy with that. And yeah, I thought let's get on with it and have a look at the deck, but also do some pairings because that's always, beautiful to do. So yeah, and also maximizes the use of this deck. So for me, first and foremost, this is a beautiful altered deck. But further than that, yeah, we will have a look at the pairings. So I just want to do a quick rundown of some of the images and go through them with you. I love the use of purple and oranges in this. It's not too bright. I'm someone that's very much of the old witch country. So I've spoken about this before on my channel. I'm very much born near Pendle, which is a very well-known space for witches, basically from the old days in England. We had a major Pendle witches trial in 1612. So I really hark back to that kind of period. That's the stuff that I really relate to. The witches from those times were, really suffering from the effects of Reformation, very much vilified, ostracized. Many of them were, of course, poor. They couldn't read and write. It was a very tough life, and they lived in the valleys. They lived between the trees, and I just really love this because it really brings it back. I'm a kid, so my birthday being the week before Halloween, I'm a kid that when we have that darkness coming, and growing up in Liverpool, I was born in Manchester, but I was raised in Liverpool, in the countryside. There's this darkness that seeps in, and having the sun go down around 3:30 in the afternoon. It's interesting here. I spoke about the sun. Here we go. But having the sun go down at 3:30 in the afternoon, it really is a time of it's very bewitching, basically. And I would be the child that looked out of my window. It just came up now. I would be the child that looked out of my window. And I looked for fellow witches, would I see one going past my home? Would I recognize her? Would she recognize me? Would we go on an adventure together? That was how my child's mind worked. And I really love this deck for that reason, because, it really harks back to that time. The Samhain one is definitely my favorite because of the colors, that gray and red, but I like this as well. I also like the diversity in this deck and the recognition that witches come in all different shapes and colors. So yeah, I really did like the look of the colors in this deck, and I picked it up. I personally prefer the spells of the very first deck. They really are true to that old witchery from hundreds of years ago. They really hark back to that. These are a little bit more, I think, modern in taste, and the guidebook says that it has been modernized to meet the demands of the newer generation, which I understand. But I personally am kind of like very old school, and you may have guessed that from some of my decks. But yeah, so that's why I prefer those. But this is okay, And I just love the imagery. I just love this kind of imagery that they've got going here. So let's take a reading from a guidebook and just kind of like have a look at what it says in the guidebook. So let's take Campfire, number 6, and read it out, and then we're going to look at pairings. So number 6 from the guidebook, and this is the guidebook here. Ooh, let's see. Campfire. Keywords. So hopefully you have a good shot of that. If not, I'll maybe hold it up a bit more. Oh, maybe that's better, maybe not. Let me just do this actually and leave it. Okay, so what does it say about campfire? It says, telling stories, seek advice from others, moral of the story. Do not fear opening your mouth and allowing your tongue to speak. Your higher self chose this card because it may be time to seek out the help of others. You might find unexpected support, knowledge, or inspiration from someone who is more experienced and has a lot more stories to tell. Or you may find there are many people who have indeed walked in your shoes. Even the most consistently successful people have experienced failure and challenges. Being willing to listen to those who have come before you can help build your strength and give you hope that you can also overcome the obstacles you are facing. Campfire could also mean an older mentor might be available to you now or will enter your life very soon. Welcome their advice and ask as many questions as you can. They may be able to offer a great deal of assistance if you're willing to approach them with humility and listen to what they have to say. This card could also mean you find yourself in a mentor position that someone else may have sought your knowledge and guidance. If that is the case, trust that others see in you what you see in your own heroes. Be generous with your expertise and be the kind of person who offers the same motivation you'd hope to receive for yourself. So yeah, so this is just kind of like a reading, and I thought that was quite interesting and especially pertinent to my most recent days. But yeah, very interesting reading. And you get an idea, it's very supportive. It's guidance led, and it's really, yeah, supportive, as I said, and gentle. And yeah, so hopefully you get now an idea of this deck from the images, and let's go into pairings because I thought that would be fun. So yeah, I did buy this deck knowing it would go hopefully with many of my other decks, and we're going to find out because I haven't done this myself. I'm just doing it for the first time here with you all on camera. So the very first deck that I'm going to take out here is the Deviant Moon Borderless Edition by Patrick Valenza. This is a mass market US Games deck. I think it retails around 20 euros, but that was some time ago, so it might have changed. I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's spread these out and have a look and see what we get here. So interesting. We have here, oh, can I get them all in? Hopefully I can. Yeah. So, and this is very slippery, but yeah, okay. So I've got here the 9 of Swords and I've got here the 10 of Cups. And here we have Pomegranate, Daring to Taste the Unknown, the 5 of Swords, and the 3 of Cups. Interesting. Kitchen Witchery goes with the 3 of Pentacles and Strength. I think the colors are just so good in this. There is like a way to create a flow. The Sun goes with Maple Tree, Change is Coming, and the Chariot. Oh, that went really well together. And here's another one, which is Foraging. And here I've got the 4 of Pentacles, so going into meditation. Here I think it's really about going deep into the woods. And here I have the 10 of Pentacles, so ancestry. Interesting again. Shape-shifting, transformation, coupled with the 8 of Cups, so moving on, and the Knight of Cups. Very emotional there. And then we have the autumn equinox, and with that I have here the 9 of Cups, so wishes fulfilled, and the Moon card. Beautiful energies here. So I'm going to stop there with the Deviant Moon so you get an idea at least of how that pairing is working. So if you already have the Mabon Oracle and have other pairings to suggest after this video, please do so because I'd love to know. Let me now quickly go on to another deck. Now, I'm not sure about this one. I'm a bit skeptical, but I'm going to try it, and that's the Hush Tarot. This is my beloved Hush Tarot by Jeremy Hush, US Games as well, around the 20 euro mark. This is one of my all-time favorite decks. I'm currently showing this on my Insta pages with another oracle, a couple of oracles. So please go and check that out if you're interested in this deck and how I'm working with it. But yeah, let's have a look at that. 3 of Swords and the 8, sorry, the Star card. to go with autumn equinox this time. St. John's wort, very healing. And here I have with it the Two of Wands, so adventure, planning. And here I have with it the Seven of Pentacles, so really waiting for something to come through. And here I have the Knight of Swords, so really going in for that very clear, action, very sharp. Apple of my eye, I've got a blade right here. And here is the Queen of Cups. Sorry, Queen of Pentacles. Very interesting. So I've got the Queen of Pentacles with this fruit energy, and then we have this sharp blade energy. We have a blade there. So very interesting here already that they do actually synchronize. So who do I have here? I have the Queen of Swords here. Beautiful Queen of Swords, grieving. And here I have the Hierophant. So this is tradition helping me to let go and accept loss. And, having the mind of the Queen of Pentacles, which is more about, really just being able to cut things off when you need to and just being able to move on. Interesting energies there. I have the King of Swords this time. I have the Five of Wands and Scarecrow. Wow. So this is really taking charge. Creativity and knowing I'm protected. And this is the Corn Maze, unclear path, but you'll be led and guided. And that is with the Knight of Pentacles and Temperance. So I actually think they work, even though color-wise they may not work so well, but I think they do. And that is because they are all muted in their tones. And I think that's one of the blessings of this. So let's put this back here. And let's move on to another tarot deck that I have ready. Now, this is the tarot deck that I kind of felt, even before I bought this, even before I bought the Mabon Oracle, looking at it, I knew that this tarot deck would go with it. Well, I'm hoping it would, but we're going to try it. And that, of course, is the Urban Crow Oracle by MJ Cullinan. Yeah, this is a Hay House production, so you can get this probably for around 20 euros maybe. These are the gorgeous backs. Let's look at the backs. Wow. And I think they're going to go. That's my best bet. So I've got community, abundance, and here again, corn. Interesting. Let's center this a bit better because these are big. Yeah. I've got fawn. I've got ghosts, and I've got here memory. Wow. So this is curiosity, childlikeness, this is ghosts, and this is memory. So this is probably for me a message of being childlike in my approach to seeing my ancestors and allowing the past to come up. Very Six of Cups energy, actually. Molasses. So allowing things to just, stir and get thick and just, yeah, like contemplation. Here I've got night and here I've got commitment. And then I've got here campfire. Now that's coupled with upheaval and play. So wow, so around the campfire we've got stories being told by the looks of it. Voices being heard. Cacao, you are loved and you are held with release and curiosity. So if you did this, I'm sure you would have so much to work with. Root vegetables, with communication and distance. So this is about hidden places, this is about communicating, and this is about journeying, I think. And let's do a final one, which is Darkness Falls. That's with preparation and wrath. Wow. And look how they look as well together. Amazing. So yeah, that's with the Urban Crow Oracle. I think the Urban Crow Oracle is one of the most versatile oracles of my personal collection because I do have a lot of forest themed decks, so it goes so well with so many. Yeah, and I really like it at this time of year as well. And that's by MJ Cullinan. Another deck by MJ Cullinan that I think this, the Mabon Oracle would go well with, which you've all seen. You all know I love it. Of course, it's the Forhaxa, and it's one of the main reasons why I wanted the Mabon Oracle again. I really knew in my heart they would go together. So let's have a look. Let's see if my theory was right. It says Darkness Falls, as I have the Queen of Fire, who's my significator right there at the top. And I have Ace of Water. Wow. Look at the energies there. Witch's Rosary, the Hermit, and Ten of Fire. Wow. So I'm overburdened, I'm having difficulties, and it's telling me to go within. Wow. Harvest Moon comes with the Queen of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Look how beautiful they go together. Firesider with Page of Air and the Nine of Air. So this is about medicine, and this is about, of course, the Nine of Swords. And here we have, so yes, difficult mental energy, and I've got Firesider, medicine coming in. Wow. Ghost Whisperer goes with the World and the Knight of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful energies. And let's just do one more. And that is Reaper with the Seven of Fire, the Seven of Wands, and the Hangman. Wow, like surrendering, death, both watery energies, and here we have the Fire of Defense coming in. Absolutely loved that pairing. I'm still contemplating whether or not I can, to order MJ Cullinan's decks, because I'm going to have to pay tax since they're indie and I have to import them straight from her website. But I'm very, very keen to get the latest couple that she's got in production right now, which is the Raven's Dream. The second printing is happening soon, and also, of course, Unfinished Business. So just if you're aware of MJ Cullinan's work, we have new decks coming through. And then the last deck that I'm going to show for this pairing, this deck, by the way, my Mabon Oracle just arrived today, so it's all very new for me. It's a deck that I've bought very spontaneously, and it's an oracle, another oracle, and it's a French oracle. Let me get the cover for it. I have also a few other decks, so I just remembered because I've got so many going on. Let me just get the cover for it. So here it is, L'Oracle de l'Arbre de Vie, Oracle of the Tree of Life. And this oracle really focuses on our life experiences. So it's really a journey deck. It's kind of like going from young to old, basically. So there we go. Butterfly, again, the Apothecary Cabinet, and the Village. I think they go beautifully together. This is Chance. This is Adelbury, so just knowing. And this is, the journey of the turtle. Wow. Oh, wow. This is the honeybee working away, haunted house, and a change coming. Slow down, harvest witch, the window, and family, and foyer. I think they go beautifully together, actually. This is really interesting. Coven goes with lightning, and goes with now a change of season. Summer is coming. Yeah. Now this deck is just waking up. Sorry, I've got to say this. So this is the Tree of Life card. This is about hypocrisy and violence. And this is whiskey, sip slowly. So this is about being patient when we're going through difficulties. This is a gentleman coming into our life. Peppers. So be fierce, protect yourself, and transportation. Ooh, let's go through the. I find the people cards always the boring one. Sorry. Let's go into this one, which is cranberries. A storm coming. This is about the truth, and this is summer. So this is again seasonal. The moon. Pumpkin spice and apple spider, nostalgia, and here we have timing. So yeah, they go so well together. I love that, absolutely love that. So let me show you a few other decks that I've also got that I've been thinking that would go well with this. I completely forgot. They've all been laid out on the other table because I've not got much space here. That's why. So let's put this here first, in the middle again. Now I'm going to be showing you, of course, the Anna Kay. Now this is my Llewellyn edition. Oh, sorry, hold on a second, just bump that. This is my Llewellyn edition. I do believe that it's now out of print, but the Anna Kay is still available from the author's website as an independent publication. And I don't know where it ships from. I think it ships from Austria, if I'm correct. But yes, let me just make some space here because I don't have much space. Okay, trying to get it out. Now, I really, really love this deck because it's so unusual. I don't see a deck like this very often. So let me just show this. Hold on a second. Oh, look at that, the Magician. Oh, wow, and we've got the Two of Pentacles. So juggling in both ways. Tobacco, this is about ancestors, Wheel of Fortune again, Eight of Swords. I think these go really well together too. Ace of Wands, Witch's Gathering, Eight of Pentacles here. So many messages you could get from this. And here we have Breathwork with the Knight of Swords. Obviously a battle is going on, and the Ten of Rods. So this is really about breathing in when we're under so much pressure. And here I have the Devil, of course, Obsession, Mead and Wine, and the Emperor. So I think this is a warning about power and addiction if I'm not careful. And of course, here we have the Crow. Pay close attention to the winds. There's a message making its way. We've got the Chariot flying off towards the sun, and we've got the Hermit. Wow. Strength, Queen of the Dead, and the Six of Cups. A lot of nostalgia there. But fear not the rage of fire. So interesting energies. But yes, that's with the Anna Kay, and I think it works. So if you have the Anna Kay, you might want to try it as well with this if you haven't already. Okay, and then, pardon all my moving around, but as you know, these videos end up with lots of decks out and about. Let's put that back in the middle here. So yeah, you can see it well. Let me just make sure it doesn't move so much. There you go. And let me get another deck that I think is very autumnal, perfect for this time of year, and I think it will really look really beautiful when you use it. So let me get the box. Oh, there we go. So here it is, big box, and that's the Soul Cats by Lisa Robertson, another mass market Llewellyn deck, and art by Adam Ohlers, and of course that's the same artist who did Oak, Ash, and Thorn. So this is a mass market deck. And do they work? So this is the Moon and the Queen of Wands, and here we have the Queen of the Dead. Wow. Falling leaves, letting go of things, Nine of Wands. So he's been in a fight, ears torn. And Five of Swords. A lot of fighting here going on amongst these leaves. Mountain Cabin, Solitude, Six of Wands, Victory, Nine of Cups. Very, very solitary in this moment, actually. Ten of Swords. So this is a loss. Oh, it's so sad, this one. Wool, she's knitting away, an Eight of Pentacles. So this is work related and this is grief. If you have Oak, Ash, and a Thorn, I definitely put it with these. Or if you have Smoke, Ash, Smoke, Embers, and I can't remember what the next one was called. But yeah, the oak decks would go well with these. Straw Bale, King of Swords, Hangman. So yeah, I really think there is something here. And this is coming out of darkness with Death and the Nine of Swords. So yeah, I really think that there's something here, again, that you could pull together. I really love the colorings. I love this muted energy. So yeah, there you go. And let's just do one more deck, because I think, and then we can wrap up. I just keep going on and on, but I'll do one more and then we can wrap up the pairings. So I was a little bit unsure, but I'm going to try it. I was going to put it with the Everyday Witch, but I think I've seen that so many times on people's Instas. I want to try another one, which is a bit different, I think, which would be the Darkwood Tarot by Sasha Gray and art by Abigail Larson. This is another Llewellyn deck that you can get mass market. And if you had the Horror Tarot, it would also go well with this. They're very similar decks because they're both, I think, Abigail Larson, as I recall. Okay. Eight of Wands and the Emperor energy and coming out of darkness. Okay. Tea magic. The subconscious. I've got the Ten of Cups here. Wow, the family and the Four of Swords. That's beautiful. Oh, I love that pairing. Again, we have Scarecrow, and here I've put her with Temperance. So you're protected. There's balance. And here's Four of Cups. Oh, interesting energies. Grieving comes the Queen of Wands and the Six of Pentacles here. There's a lot going on. And then finally, again, back to Apple of my eye. And this time she's with the Hermit. This is the Hermit and the King of Pentacles. So very earthy energies, obviously, with all of them. Very, very earthy. St. John's Wort, again. Protection, King of Swords, Four of Wands. And you've got the Troll underneath. And then finally, let's do Autumn Equinox. We're back again at the Autumn Equinox. Death, Perfect, and Justice. Oh, let's end on this. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed my pairing of Seasons of the Witch Mabon Oracle. I think it's an amazing deck. Because of the fact that it just, when decks work with other decks so well, I just love it because it makes them versatile. It just makes them a great addition to the shelf. You know, I'm not sitting, it's the same principle for me as clothing. The clothing has to work with other clothing. Otherwise, what's the point of buying it? And to me, personally, that's a lot with decks. Now, there are some decks that I use on their own, the oddballs, I call them, and that's fine. But I don't want too much of that on my shelf. I like it with my shelf when decks flow together. And this definitely has it. So, yeah, thank you for joining me today. I really enjoyed doing this. And I hope to see you all soon. And have a good week wherever you are. Take care now. Bye.